Do we only live once? It's a question so deeply rooted in our consciousness that nearly every soul has asked it at some point in their life. For many, the answer seems simple: live once, die, and then face judgment. But when we begin to examine the ancient scriptures more closely, a different story begins to emerge. A story of mercy, transformation, and the long, winding journey of the soul. Let's take a closer look at reality through the lens of divine revelation. Throughout history, the belief in reincarnation, the idea that the soul returns to the physical world again and again, has been held by prophets, sages, and entire civilizations. Yet today, in most mainstream religious institutions, the idea is either rejected or ignored. Because when a person realizes their soul is on a journey, that they are more than a single lifetime, they become harder to manipulate and more inclined to seek true spiritual growth. So what is reincarnation really? It is the divine system through which God allows each soul the chance to reach its full potential. Every life you live is a lesson, a test, a unique opportunity to ascend closer to God. You are not born by accident into this world, nor are you simply placed here to pass or fail in one attempt. Instead, God gives you chance after chance, life after life, as long as He sees even a flicker of light, a spark of hope within your soul. The soul's journey is measured by its growth. Some souls return repeatedly until they reach the pinnacle of belief, become martyrs, saints, or prophets. Others descend deeper into darkness, becoming tyrants like Pharaoh or Nimrod. The number of lives one receives is not infinite. It is predestined by God. But those lives are offered in His mercy so that no soul can say it was not given enough time or opportunity. This isn't just mystical philosophy. It's written in the very scriptures we claim to follow. In the Torah, in the book of Job, we find a remarkable statement. Behold, God does all these things twice, 3 times with a man, to bring back his soul from the pit, that he may be lighted with the light of life. This is not poetic exaggeration, it's a spiritual truth. The soul is returned more than once, pulled back from ruin and given another chance to rise. In the Bible, Jesus Himself hinted at this deeper truth. When speaking of John the Baptist, He said, "If you are willing to accept it, he is Elijah who is to come." The soul of Elijah had returned. This was a reincarnation, and it came from the mouth of Christ Himself. And in Revelation, we read about the second death. But what is a second death if there is only one life? The believers, it says, will be saved from it, suggesting that there is a first death and then another. In the Islamic tradition, we understand this as wafat, the minor death, between incarnations, and maut, the final death, when the soul reaches its eternal destination. The Quran speaks to this as well. In Surah Al-Baqarah, God says, "How can you disbelieve in Allah when you were lifeless and He gave you life? Then He will cause you to die, then bring you back to life, and then to Him you will be returned." The cycle is laid out clearly. Life, death, life again, and only after that comes the final return to God. These teachings weren't invented, they were passed down in every revelation. But they've been covered up by those who feared their power. Because to know you have more than one life is to be awakened to your responsibility. Each life is not a free pass, it is sacred. And the body you are given? The body is a reflection of your inner self. The human body is the vessel for higher consciousness. It's designed for seeking God, for self-discipline, compassion, and enlightenment. But if a person uses their body only for gluttony, lust, or selfish pleasure, God may return them in the form that matches their desire. Like a pig, for instance, where all food tastes good and the whole life is eating. They get exactly what they chased without the opportunity for higher growth. On the other hand, those who use their human body for the purpose it was created, worship, justice, and mercy, they may return in a more refined form, closer to divine light. This is justice, this is mercy, and it is supported across Scripture. The Quran says that some people are like cattle, no, even more astray. This isn't just a metaphor, it reflects a spiritual reality. Some souls may regress to a state where their human potential is lost. But even this is part of God's system of accountability. To learn more about these divine concepts, about the journey of the soul, reincarnation, and the deeper truths hidden within the Scriptures, we invite you to visit the Mahdi Has Appeared YouTube channel. There, you'll find divine revelations that bring clarity to the mysteries of existence, shared by the mercy of God through His divinely appointed guide, the Imam Sadiq, from Him is peace. Immerse yourself in truth and ancient wisdom. Let the light of God's mercy guide you toward understanding, purpose, and the path your soul was always meant to walk. So, do we only live once? No. Life is a journey, spanning many births, many tests, many opportunities to return to God. This truth has been whispered by prophets, encoded in Scripture, and now by the will of God made clear again. Until next time, this has been A Closer Look.